Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy 316 day to you. Hi, in case you're new to the channel, my name is Jerry. And if you look right below, I hope I'm pointing in the right direction. Could be over here, could be over there. Not sure. On my screen, I'm doing something a little bit different. I am putting the comments down on StreamYard. I actually went ahead and purchased the StreamYard core. I didn't go full out crazy insane spending. I opted for the $35 core per month. And there we are. Here we are doing a live stream on a Monday when I should be heading out the door going to work. That's right. I called in. Let's see who's here with us. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl is here with us. I think I need to, pardon me, just a second, Cheryl. I'm going to make the font bigger if I can. And why? No, that's too bad. Sorry, you guys, I'm using you as a test dummy right now. Hi, Cheryl. Glad that you could make it. And Sandy is here as well. And there's John Beatty. Hi, John. Thanks for coming. Lainey, hi. Good evening to you, lady. It's afternoon here. Good evening to you. Hi, Smoothie. I pulled up the weather accumulation, what was to happen. Now, yesterday they said the National Weather Service and the Department of Transportation was urging people to not be on the roads. So when I look out of my door, it's the heavy, it's the thick, big snow, good for a snowman, if you will, kind of weather. But here were the accumulations that happened in my general vicinity, Great Lakes area. The regional snowfalls in Minnesota were highest reports at 20.5 inches, while Rochester, where the Mayo Clinic is located, they recorded 14 inches, with the Twin Cities being varied at 7 to 12 inches. Now, I would probably say here, aside from the drifting, that's probably what we got as well. I have not stepped outside of my door since I walked in my door on Friday morning. Did I come home at midnight? I don't remember. But I have not walked out of the door since that time. Open the door to let the dogs go out. But in Wisconsin, parts of western Wisconsin, where I'm in northwestern Wisconsin, and Michigan's Upper Peninsula received 20 and 24 inches, with some isolated areas pushing towards 30 inches. Wow. Illinois, where retired Rick is, I believe, he received a dusting from 5 inches in the northern regions, though high winds were causing significant drifting in Illinois. So I know Smoothie and Amy are in Indiana, and I don't know, the Google didn't tell me where those regions were right now. So let's see. I have to, for me to be able to see, what I have to do is put it on the screen like this. There's Lainey. She says, hi, Jerry. So you guys can follow along on the side of my screen. Am I pointing correctly?
Hi, Lainey. Here is the snowfall for your area
Wow.
yesterday, March 15th, 2026.
Google called me lady.
Southeastern
I'm not Lainey. Google? I say the word lady and he starts acting up. I think Google is a he, whereas Alexa is a she. If you know, you know. You're having very bizarre weather out there in America. We absolutely are. That is 100% true fact. And I don't know if it's weather manipulation. I don't know. But I planned, wink and blink and nod, to not go to work. I had planned this. We're entitled 10 sick days. So my logic was Friday and Monday. I'm calling in. Now, for the rest of the week, well, I'll have to discuss that later, but I wanted to stay to the schedule of 12 noon. Well, if at least for today. If at least for today. Hey, hi, Tammy. Tammy, hi, welcome. Tammy, how much snow did you get? You're on the eastern part of this state. And I was just doing the weather accumulations for my neck of the woods, but I don't know what you have. So we'll wait and hear from you. Oh, here she goes. We got at least 4 feet. Oh, what? 4 feet in Amberg? No. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Amazing. When we lived in southeastern Wisconsin, we get the Lake Michigan effect. But at least 4 feet is holy Toledo or holy Amberg. Wow. 6 to 10. Oh, yeah, Cheryl. That's right, Cheryl. I keep forgetting. Pardon me. 6 to 10 inches at her place in Beloit. Now, she is south, not east, towards the middle of the state of Wisconsin, down south, west of Milwaukee, but south of Walworth County. Am I correct? I think I'm correct. I haven't sold any property in Beloit lately. I'm all discombobulated. My son's family is 1/2 hour south of Eau Claire, had 20 plus inches last evening. We are 40 miles north of Eau Claire, and in the middle of the woods, we're blocked by the trees or whatever. That wind, crazy wind. I was afraid actually to leave the dogs out. They had to go potty, but it's wicked cold in their poor little paws. So hurry up, go potty, do your business, and come on back in the house. That's my motto. Let me catch up with the chat here. Hey, hi Jerry. Anybody see Kerry? He was broadcasting live earlier from his truck in the snow, but suddenly went offline. We don't need any more Wisconsin dramas. No, holy cow. I'm up here in the middle of the woods, George. I have not left this property since Thursday when I got home, or was it Friday morning at midnight? Not sure. But I didn't see that. Oh, we surely do not. We do not. Let's see some of the other snow forecasts. It's been 26, says Smoothie. Snowing all day, but only sticking on the grass, not the streets. Good. Maybe because it was 66 degrees yesterday. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Tammy, said Lainey. Gasp, I know. 4 feet is crazy. Lake Michigan, boy, she's a bear now. Compared to, of course, Lake Superior, which is north of us, Minneapolis, about north. Wow. And here's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for coming on. Tornado watches over here. Funnel spotted 7 miles north here in Delaware. Wacky weather. I know. Lainey was saying that too. This whole weather pattern, I can't even begin to fathom nor guess with all the shenanigans of weather. Oh yeah, we can fathom, we can guess, and we can speculate, but YouTube is like, ching, don't show her videos. Let me get it a little bit closer. I found a can of bubble water in my laundry room. I don't know how long it's been there. It says it's still good. It's good till September of 2026. Raspberry nectarine, naturally flavored, and other natural flavors. Wink, wink. Mm. Yesterday, it was on Amy's channel talking about natural flavors. I guess it does taste like tanned or nectarine. This is raspberry nectarine. There we go. It does taste, but natural flavors, please. Okay, let me go on, and then I can talk about what I talked about on Amy's channel yesterday. Here's Tammy. Yep, with more coming today as they have no plows out and the weather is really bad for them to see stranded because I wonder if that's the Carrie thing. Oh gosh, Steadfast scary, says Lainey. Beloit is south of Madison and on the border of Illinois. Yep, that is correct. It's been a while since I've been down there, down south. George, he got a lot too in Montello. Wow. There's Patricia. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. And John, I don't know what that picture is, John. It's so small for me to see on the screen. Don't know what that is. And hi, I forgot to say that. LOL. That's okay. Sometimes I just go into conversations when I hop onto people's live streams too, because I'm just thinking about the stuff. So, hello, I'm glad you are here and you can do whatever you want. Sharon, there's no chat police here. I need you to help me with pronunciation. Sharon is my pronunciation coach. I have deemed you, so said, you are the pronunciation coach for me. I'm in Daytona Beach. Ooh, it's 81. I wish I was on a beach in the warm weather. Yes, indeed. Oops, missing the chatties. Okay, Tammy says, we can't even see the door handles on the van of the guy we live with. 4 feet. Crazy. Right, Lainey. It's been a crazy few months. It surely has been for this United States vehicle. Yep, I knew what you meant. And of course, John says, of course, I'm not looking forward to hurricane season. No kidding. And there's the man of the hour, Mr. Kelly with the $1 million smile. Kelly's always a bright ray of sunshine on the chats. Kelly says, this weather sucks. Someone needs to call the Arctic and come and get its winter weather. It was 60 degrees yesterday morning, and now it's a balmy 17 degrees. But by Wednesday, it's going to be 60 degrees. Right. Fluctuations. They were forecasting for this week after this big blast for us. They were forecasting that it was going to be in the 50s for weather. So I was saying too, it's going to ebb and flow. It's going to be super, super snowy, and then it's going to melt, and then we're going to have flooding. But for us, we're up on the hill, as you guys have seen some of my videos. So the water's just going to go right back in the pond. But that's good because the water levels need to go up, and the farmers need the fields. By Friday, the first day of spring, is going to be almost 80. Shut the front door, Kelly. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, Ricky, greetings. Hi. Listening while working. Excellent. I do that all the time, except today. I am broadcasting and not working today. Here's Tammy again. Tammy is saying, John, when we shovel, we say no sharks, no hurricanes, over and over. Absolutely. It could be worse, couldn't it? So what do you guys think about this chat on the side over here? I think it might be a good thing. I don't know. It's the first time I put it on there because I just did this. new StreamYard, the cheap, the core version of StreamYard. It's within my budget. Now that I found out the shenanigans that happened with my credit card that I told you guys about yesterday, that's been resolved. And John is LOLing to Tammy, laughing out loud to Tammy. We don't laugh at people, we just laugh out loud. I just laugh just because. Like right now. How did my day start today? Well, my day started okay. I knew I was going to be calling in. I know Mondays is a Kelly Hogan teaching day. Some people ask me, they say, Jerry, now that you've lost all your weight, and then I giggle. I haven't lost all my weight, but I'm comfortable at 199. Though I have been, yesterday when I weighed myself, I was up 4 pounds. Stress, weather, what's going to happen? Can't do anything about it, but that's just how my body goes. It ebbs and flows. I ate well yesterday, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. Meat, salt, bubble water, not this, but the SodaStream water, drank that. Bacon, I had bacon and meat cookies. It was a normal day. So I haven't jumped on the scale for today. I'm not going to do it. Every other day is fine for this week. I go for the camaraderie, the fellowship that we have every Monday. I enjoy it. I have Kelly's book. I've downloaded it. I download it every month and update it. She's a wonderful teacher. And I would also say to people and try to encourage them, watch Kelly and many of the other channels that are on YouTube. That's all for free. The communities that we join, and I'm going to talk about one that I recently had joined myself today, as a matter of fact. The communities that we join is similar to the memberships that we have of different individual channels. My channel is free. I don't do a members only special channel only. It's free for everybody. If people want to choose to be members, I have tiered memberships. I don't expect people to do, I don't know how many tiers I have, 4 or 5, not sure. YouTube, they try to push you around, man. They're like pushing you with that finger. Do this, do that. You have to set up all these different tiers. I just did just because of the pressure. But you don't have to be a member if you don't want to in my channel. Thank you if you are, though. Thank you so much. Ooh, I see. Good news is on here from Kelly. But it was over there. LOL. Kelly's saying, there we go. Exciting news for you, Kelly. I got my hotel room booked for Keto Palooza in October. Yay! Amy did it for us. Amy's not on right now. I don't have a clue where we're going. We had talked, we're talking, I don't know, months ago. Pardon me, I have to cough. Only me. I choke on air. We had talked months ago between A. Mason, you guys know her as Alicia Mason, Grandma Barbara, Amy, and myself at getting a hotel room with an adjoining room so that we can go back and forth with the room. But that's all I know. It was talk. We were talking about doing it. Amy went ahead and bought my ticket. I paid her back for the ticket, so we're good there. She went ahead and booked the hotel. I don't have a clue, but we're sharing the hotel room. So the game plan was to have the 4 of us in adjacent rooms together and just have one big Keto Palooza party. So I'm very excited to see you again, Kelly. First time I met Kelly, it was in Montello. Speaking of Montello, Tammy, were you in Montello? I did not meet you. There were a lot of people there, but just asking. Here's Tammy's talking about her dogs. My poor dogs don't know what to do in this weather, and I have no place to pee. I know, right? You can't put pee pads out for German shepherds, nor do I want pee pads out in my house for the German shepherds. No, thank you. Hey, there's Lynn. Hi, Jerry, and everyone. How are you, Lynn? Thanks for coming on. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Lynn. Okay, Ricky's asking Kelly, did they have some room available at the group rate? Oh, interesting. I'll just keep punching the highs and keep scrolling to stay on task. George is saying in the Army, he got snowed up in a mountain 400 yards from work. I could barely open the door to get outside. Wow, I had to get to work for operational reasons. I believe it. I don't have to. But I admire you, George. George is a man of discipline. Jerry, not so much. I crawled over the snow, a weird attract. George, buddy, listen. I crawled over a baby hill, iced up because I didn't want to stand and fall and break my hip in the middle of the night. So, can I relate to all the snow on a mountain? No. I can just relate to ice and me crawling and getting frostbite. One very cold winter day. Very, very cold. And Kelly said to Ricky, yes, he did get his room at a good rate. And Rick's doing the thumbs up. And George is saying, we've booked into Holiday Inn West for Kalamazoo. Barbara plans to book it too if anybody else plans to go. I am planning on going with Amy, even though it's just going to be a day. I don't know how I'm going to finagle that. I'll probably have to take a vacation day or 2 or 3, maybe. No sick day. I don't know. We'll see. But it's because of you and Lainey. That's why I want to go and meet you guys. I really do. I want to. And you're just across the pond, George. And I mean the pond as far as Lake Michigan is concerned. I'd have to travel through the entire state of Wisconsin, swim over Lake Michigan and downstate to get to see you. I just know I really dread driving downstate and through Chicago to get back up. Oh, I have no words for that useless cesspool of a city. Chicago. It's awful. It's awful. Here we go. Tammy's saying she can't wait to go when Carrie has something down there. I have not been to any meetups yet. I've only been carnivore for a little over 30 days. Get out of here. It seems like I have seen you for so long. And I know I talk to all of you almost on a daily basis, or at least I listen with my OSHA approved hearing devices. But for me, it's as though I've known you guys all of my life. You are closer to me than, dare I even say, some of my family members, and I'm not exaggerating. I pick my friends. I can't pick the family. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Hello, John Together Strong. Good video yesterday, John. Of course, every video John does is good. Hi, John. Kelly says to Rick, I have a vacation package fund to pay for it through the company I work for. Nice. The travel agency that takes care of booking vacations and hotels. Fabulous. What a perk. We don't have that perk by us. They pay us very well. But that's a nice perk for sure, Kel. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I better step up. We are staying in Kalamazoo for a few days, says Lainey. Good. That's nice. says Rick to Kelly. More hellos. And George says, Jerry, get a sailboat. I should probably be more educated in this regard, living in the Great Lakes. Whenever I think of the words Great Lakes, it makes me think of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Then I want to sing Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Don't sing, Jerry. Never sing. Never try to imitate a man's voice, really. Carrie wants to do a Healing Humanity premium of the documentary down in Montiel. Shut up. I'm going. Except I'm not going to take my sister. Listen, I took the sister. Kelly knows. He met my sister. I took my sister, and I want to say, seriously, within maybe 2 hours, she asked me, are we done yet? Can we go now? I wanted her to go for moral support. I wanted to go with somebody. I just don't want to go by myself. At least this time I didn't want to go by myself. Don't ask me why. Maybe it was the fact that I just had my hip surgery. Not that long ago. I had my hip surgery on May 1st. So I was still off and I was still healing. However, Jack wouldn't sit through one of those. He's not interested in that. He wants to sit in his recliner and order things on the cell phone I bought him for Christmas with the apps. If you know, you know. That was the third time I said that today. God gave us our relatives. Thank God we can choose our friends. Amen. Preach it, George. Preach it, my brother. I love John's music and videos. We sure all do. Yes, Lainey, we do. And John's saying, thank you to Lainey. Hi, Patricia. Everybody continue to say hello, and I'm going to scroll and read. Not with this wind on the grate. I will blow away like a kite. For shizzle. That's a true statement. Oopsie. Keep scrolling. I have one more before I get on my next topic. Hi, Tammy, says Patricia. Okay, so today, I don't know. I'm going to ask George and Lady what the Sam Hill happened on Kilts today. I'm asking for a reason. Well, I assume George and Lady watched, because even though it comes on my time, 5 a.m. in England, that's a normal business day. They're normally up. I watched Mitch today because I had to be on time for Kelly's 9 o'clock Central Standard Time class. So I watched Kilts for 10 minutes because I had stuff to do. Make the coffee, feed the dogs, take the shower, do all the things. And I guess he had a vegetarian on today, but I didn't watch Kilts. I don't think I'm going to proverbially waste my time, or should I waste my time for comedic effect, Lainey, George? Should I do that? I don't know. Who booked a vegetarian on Kilts' show? Not that there's anything wrong with it. Oh, my Lord, Jerry, you're going to have the vegetarians coming on your channel. No. Oh, no. Please, no. I want to know what the buzz was. What had happened? Let me see. Can you imagine the ice shoves with all this snow? Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Oh, yes, I can. I surely can. That would just be crazy out there. Okay, George says, I read Last of the Mohicans, an exciting canoe chapter on the Great Lakes. Okay, good. Here's a comment. Kilts had a raw vegan doctor on today. He sounded Indian. I was too busy to see much of it. Yep, it's your normal day. It's your proper day. It's our start of our morning. And of course, I was sleeping. I didn't even watch Mitchie today, but listen to him for a little bit. I have a routine. If I wake up late, because I'm maybe working late, what I'll listen to Terry Least. She's from Kelly's neck of the woods in Missouri. I'll listen to Mitch if I oversleep, and then I just catch him on the replay. And then whatever other channels for basic ketchup, not mustard, ever. Kilts did have a vegetarian on, said Lainey. I tuned out and carried on painting the bedroom. Nice. Yep, I respect people's different opinions. I do. I respect the way they choose to eat their diet, their way of eating. I do respect it. I personally know what happens to this body when I have a vegetable that's not a pickle or sauerkraut, fermented, if you will. Colostomy bags do not lie. I don't have a colostomy bag. I'm just saying, if a chicken can eat corn in their stomach and poop the corn looks the same way as it does going in and out, it's the circle of life, the circle of feeding. No vegetables for this girl. If it happens to chickens, you know it happens to people as well. Lainey says, I have nothing against vegans. True that. I agree. I'd rather listen to a discussion about meat, not raw carrots. Like it. My mindset, too. Okay. So, another person I listened to today was Rebecca Heichman, and I know that you guys know of her. Guys and gals know of her. That's such a generic term, isn't it? Hey, you guys. People. People sounds kind of rude. You people. No. Everyone in this way of eating knows of certain individuals. Surely we know Carrie, Dr. Barry, Kelly Hogan, and of course I want to speak on Rebecca Heichman because she was quite emaciated. She was very sickly as a young lady, a young teenager, young lady, so much that her doctor, just a brief story, you can check out my Facebook page and click there, get to her channel, and then get to something else I included there. So my brief story for Rebecca was in her emaciation, in her sickness, in her time of dire sickness and need, sought out doctors, went through many prescriptions, lotions, potions, all the things to be told, you will never have a baby. Well, guess what? Probably this time she's holding baby number 2, more than likely. So she's had 2 births in her body that the doctor said she couldn't do it. She spoke today on the YouTube channel that she was going to be at Meatstock as a speaker. She's been there before. I enjoy her channel. I can't relate to her from her medical diagnosis. I know I had a short period for me when I would eat and purge and anorexia, and if my mother didn't stop me, things would have just gotten crazy. I kind of blame my mother. For those of you that know, when my mother was pregnant with me, she was on speed. That's right, diet pills, AIDS candies. AIDS candies were a popular thing for people to be free to eat their candy while it was loaded with suspect ingredients, but it fizzled out because the name of the candy was AIDS, and the diagnosis of autoimmune deficiency syndrome happened. When autoimmune deficiency syndrome happened, the candy went bye-bye. Marketing down the tubes, wrong thing. I want to be able to talk about marketing with Switch and Dr. Kiltz in another video I saw. Remind me later. Please, Sharon, write that down. Remind me later. Or Lyd, remind me about Switch. Rebecca Heichman, I put her on my Facebook page because she had been asked to do a cookbook. I don't think a lot of folks, people in general, understand that a cookbook is very expensive. To be able to pay for these professional photos that go into a cookbook and the costs, Rebecca Heichman, said, what do I decide? Do I decide to write a book for a cookbook for $50,000 to $60,000 with the hopes of maybe making that back or buy a new vehicle for her family. She chose well. She chose family first, well, God first, in my opinion, what I know of Rebecca. I've been following her for years. God first, husband, family, etc. It's supposed to go that way. It really is. So she has a Substack. So for those of you that are familiar, go to Facebook. I call it Fakebook. Click on the link that I provided if you want to subscribe to her Substack. I also included that in the Facebook post that I put down today. Okay, here we go. Here's Tammy. This is where I ended up. Tammy said that she tried Greek yogurt today. She's not a fan, but I don't want to waste it. So it's not sure what to do. I can tell you what to do with it if you don't like it. Well, first off, I would say eventually, I didn't like it either. Eventually, I came to eat it more for the protein value, and I use it in recipes. I also used to use it as a substitute for sour cream. It's not as sour, but it's still sour. It has more protein than sour cream does too now. But if you can't get past the taste, I used to start it with a little bit of keto chow. I would put in there to give it a flavor. We carnivores don't do keto chow. I get it. But then I went and tried the MCT oil and flavored it that way. And then eventually I stopped doing any of the keto chow drink supplement mixtures, the flavored keto chows that you mix with the milk or the cream, or in my case, I'd mix with a recipe. Now, there's a lot of people out there. Cindy DeManch, excellent cooker. She uses keto chow to make keto treats for her and Brian. On the video that Barbara did, I don't know if it was Cindy or if it was Nancy, but they brought up these very beautiful looking desserts made with the keto chow for people at the function, the meetup on Saturday. I believe Barbara was probably the only carnivore, so I giggled because all the treats were on the table right by Barbara. And you know how Barbara is. She's strict like me. I don't need that sweet taste anymore. You may think I'm going to sound like a hypocrite in about 2 days when you watch my new video, but I digress for right now. Another thing too, dogs. Put the Greek yogurt, if you don't want to waste it, put a tablespoon for the dogs. Dogs love it. And it's good for their gut health too. It will not hurt your dogs, Tammy. Just my tip, if you will. More hellos. George is saying, I just don't want any vegetable matter rotting in my colon. Preach it, brother. Me either. Yes, sir. Yes. I don't care what anybody eats as long as they're eating. I feel bad for the ones that aren't. Right. Good point, John. And here's another John's country spoken from. My mom got the AIDS for Christmas one year when I was around 14 or 15. I tell the story when people tell me about their worst Christmas gift. And he says, my mom gave me AIDS. True. I remember sneaking it. My mother had it on in her tall dresser. We could come in through the dining room way, or we could come in through the hallway. She had a dual door open in her bedroom. And I can just picture myself opening her cabinet real slow and stealing, for lack of a better term, AIDS candy to run out and go catch the public bus to go to high school. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I can relate, John. Laney's saying, same, John, right? We can relate. Of course, I'll be 65 soon, so us older people know about the I just turned 65 not that long ago. You're not old. I don't feel the number, and I bet you don't either, John. I bet you don't. I bet. Because you sure don't act like a 65-year-old to me either. Sorry to hear, Lainey. You can use that story too. Patricia says, I remember when AIDS came out. I remember eating them like candy. One box, no more. Didn't care for it. I don't even think they make it anymore. I'd have to Google that and find out. Or ask Alexa. Okay, and Lainey is saying, what do you mean, John? Oh, she's got the eyeballs. I think she knows now. I think she understands, Lainey. I just had a donut made with blueberry keto chow. See? There we go. She loves keto chow. I love keto chow. I love the company Keto Chow. I love the people that own the company Keto Chow. I believe in what they stand for. They're good Christian people. Big family. Love it. Love their supplemental drops that I put in my water. Buy from them. I sell their products. I'm a authorized seller. Like I said, you guys are going to watch the video I'm going to do in a couple days and go, what is Jerry doing? Stay tuned. But wait, there's more. I do like Keto Chow and support them. I'm sure they will love it. Right? The dogs, they will love it. They really will. Funny that the vegans say meat sits in your colon and rots. LOL. Isn't it though? Isn't it hysterical? Oh, John, sorry, that was me answering somebody else and got the names muddled up. I know what you meant, lady. I know. Girl power, yes. I love blueberries, Lynn. Uh-oh. That means you got to send him some, Lynn. Make some for Ricky. Okay, John is saying to Lainey, if your friends tell you about their worst Christmas gifts, like socks, underwear, just tell them that you got AIDS for a Christmas gift. And he spelled it the way the candy was, Lainey, AIDS, AIDS, not the autoimmune deficiency disorder, AIDS. I think we're all on the same page right now. Lynn is saying, true, another statement. The Keto Chow donuts are good with real blueberries, Ricky. I'll make you some. There she goes. There's our keto kitty. And Lainey's giggling at John. I wish I could afford that kind of stuff. Now Lynn is going to have to talk about this, and I defer to Lynn because she buys it on the regular. Lynn, I think, Lynn, you tell me you eat a creamy every day. I know that you love it. I know you probably have a subscription. I used to too, though I can't remember right now what it costs. The bag comes with, it's 30 meals in a box, and it's different flavors that come every month to people. Subscription, or you can order individually. You can order the electrolytes from Keto Chow, flavored and unflavored, and the mineral drops, the ones with Dr. Berry's picture on them, the fasting drops, the electrolytes, all the things. Keto Chow has a wide array of things. So Lynn can be able to speak about what the cost is. So I defer to Lynn to talk about that right now. My next question is, I talked about Rebecca Heichman and I joined her Substack. That's what it's called. So my question to all of you is, so there's Substack out there, there's Discord, there's Rumble, which is, I guess, an equivalent of a YouTube app. I'm very green and very ignorant in regards to some of these apps. But Barbara had me join her Discord. I don't know how to use it very well. I don't understand it. So does anybody else in this chat today, or if you're watching on replay, does anybody know how to use Discord and would be willing to teach me. I will pay you to teach me how to use it. Don't worry in that regard. But I need a little shove on how to best work that. For Substack, that's easy. You go to people's Substacks and you ask if you want to be notified, and it sends you the email. It will send me an email saying Rebecca Heichman had just posted, and I click on there. That's how Discord is, but I still fumble and stumble with Discord. Okay, so Lynn's got her answer for us. Yes, I have the Keto Chow ice cream every day. Keto Chow 21 meals is in a bag for $90. I just bought a ton on sale for 40% off. Get out. What the? Did you even use a code as well as the sale? So you got the sale. And for example, could you use Cindy's code and stack that with the 40% off? First off. Second off, you're a moderator here. Are you a authorized person to be able to include your link? Go right ahead, include it. Go right, or you can even, Lynn, put down Keto Chow, their link on the chat. Please, by all means, do your thing. I trust you, Lynn. I do. $90, she said. Yep, I knew what you meant. You're the best, Lynn. You know she is. She is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I tried Discord, but I got all fuddled up. Gave it up. Me too, Lainey. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see if Tammy has it. I have. Did you guys hear that? I don't know what that is. Occasionally, my phone will do that do noise. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what it means. Tammy says, I'm a full-time college student and the hubby has health issues, so we only get what I get for cleaning the church. I used to do that when I was a little girl. I believe I was growing up Catholic. I grew up Catholic all my life. My mother would send us off because she would promise the priests, the nuns, whatever the case may be, that her children would go and clean the rectory. That's the place where the priest lives, which was right next to the church. Yeah. Okay. Dust and polish and pledge all the wood. What in the world? I think she thought she was paying for indulgences. If you know, you know. And that's also $8 for gas and phone bills and some streaming stuff. Yeah, these costs are insane. Somebody on a chat was speaking about the cost of diesel being high. And I know I spoke about it on one of my drive-bys. The cost of diesel comes into play with the cost of food because, let's be frank, everything that comes in our house comes in via a truck. It may come on a ship. It may come on a rail. At the shipyards and the rail yards, that's when the trucks come, pick the loads and traipse it all over the United States. It's all relative. So I know that the diesel costs are right up there, sky high, as is everything else. Everybody is saying these things. California, though, they're way out of line. Did you know that governor in California does not buy the oil, petrol, gas, whatever, from the United States? No, he doesn't. Enough said. Move on, Jerry. Continue on, Jerry. My son is 13 and knows all about Discord. Meh. And we don't. John, your son needs to teach a class to me. He needs to help me, which is once a month. Which is once a month. The box that Lynn is referring to. Oh, Lynn wrote here. Let's turn on to Lynn. Jerry, it was a Keto Chow sale a while back. You can't stack the savings from the affiliate link. Aha. Unfortunately, I don't have a link or anything. I sure keep them in business, though. You and Cindy do. Cindy and her closet, her wall of a closet of her claim to fame is that keto chow. But my logic is, could I go through all that? It's just Jack and me. Occasionally, I'll throw him a keto chow. He doesn't have a clue. He thinks he's having a milkshake. If you know, you know. If I freeze it well enough, put it in the night before, I think it used to taste better. So his taste buds aren't as keen as mine is, but he has sugar. So if I can fool him into getting his protein, yeah, I'll throw the keto chow in the freezer and make that for him. John, oh, that's what it says. I think that's what you're saying. Oh, here we go. Jerry's so lame, so lame. I'm trying to get him to help me, LOL. Laugh out loud. Truckers, here we go. Perfect person to ask the question to. Truckers don't really pay more for fuel because the government has a set fuel charge that's added with the rates. There you go. John, truth man, right there. Retired trucker. Know the money I make. Yep. I hear you, Tammy. If you get good fuel mileage, you actually make more money by having the fuel at a higher price. John, that's what I think when I put premium, other than that whole debacle with my gas tank a couple weeks ago. I used to think I got better mileage when I put in the premium in the Denali as opposed to putting in the E83, E9, the cheap stuff. At the time, it was 99 cents a gallon, but it's probably $3, $2.99 a gallon right now in Eau Claire. So the premium regular or the gas premium price is just a hair under $4.50. Honest to Pete, I felt like I could get 2 weeks worth of travel going gas station Eau Claire to and from work and then back to Eau Claire in 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks. Gas is cheaper in Eau Claire. It's more expensive up here. Do I have to consider time into the picture? Yeah, time, mileage, time. I mean, as far as driving is concerned. So if I pay, let's say, $2.50 a gallon and drive to Eau Claire, shouldn't I just get the gas up here in Bloomer for $3 a gallon? Doesn't it all wash out in the end if you're going to consider time, driving, all the factors? Okay, let's talk again about Rebecca Heischman, because she touched base on her God goal. She has a goal in mind insofar as her business is concerned, because she wants to have a one-on-one similar to what I want. And I have been doing here in Wisconsin, one-on-one coaching with people. Now, please don't misconstrue. If somebody approaches me via the internet, can I help them? Certainly, because we all know, right, George? Say it with me. Lainey, you'll be saying this real soon. We are certified Dr. Kilt's KMT course certified health coaches. Yes, we are. I had to think about that for a second. We don't offer medical advice on this channel. We're not doctors. We're not real health professionals. But take it from this old lady, 65 years old, that feels like I'm in my early 50s. Lost 163 pounds once, thought I could do it again, gained the weight back, and lost another 163 pounds again. Don't want it to happen for a third time. So with my insight and my own personal knowledge, backed up by my certification from the Kilt's Mighty Tribe, Dr. Kilt's, Dr. Nelson, lest we forget, Dr. Nelson just became a new friend of mine on Facebook, as a matter of fact. With their book knowledge teaching us these things, I limit myself. Rebecca is talking about having people come to her home and having the true whole home experience in her beautiful area. She's a beautiful house that she has. And I was going to say estate, but that sounds hoity-toity. In the pictures, in the backdrop, you'll see that it looks as though there's a barn back there and some fencing. It's just beautiful. So she's going to, in essence, have people invite them into her home and teach them how to eat, teach them how to cook. It will be a whole experience, similar to what I'm doing with this new client down the road from my house, the Rich Lake up the road from me. Came in as a fluke. It is what it is. If people want to learn, if people are that desperate, they want to learn, they are, for lack of a better word, pun intended, starving for the truth. And we should, as health coach people, tell them our truths. But we really shouldn't tell them, no, you cannot ever eat a tomato. That would be so wrong of me. It is an N=1 based on your client's first and foremost needs. And I'm sure George would agree with me. Every body is different. Body. Let's catch up with the chat a little more. John said he's trying to get his son to help. Truckers, we talked about that. Tammy, the money she makes, we got her covered. We talked about the fuel mileage. Okay, here's John. John says the fuel surge is set at a mileage 6.5 miles per gallon. So anything over that in fuel mileage is money in the pocket. Uh-oh. Lainey! Exciting. I can't scream. I can say that now, Jerry. I passed and now have my certificate. You are a speed person, Lainey. Wow. This course I know was set for different than ours was, for sure. It's set at your own pace. Clearly, you are an overachiever. To you, I applaud, young lady. Yay. Hooray. Let's all celebrate Lainey. Yay. Lainey, good on you. Good on you. Congratulations, Lainey, is a fact. Yes, I've been a primal health coach since 2014. It was Mark's first class. Well, I didn't know that, John. See, again, the more time we spend together, the more we learn about each other. Did not know that. Thank you. Speaking of thank you, Lainey is saying thank you to Lynn. Primal health coaching, according to Lynn, is, I think that's where Nisha Berry got her certification. That's Mark Sisson. Sisson. I looked into that too rich for my blood, and I will be very frank. At that time, I just could not afford that. I think it's a great program. Personally, a lot of money. Whoop, whoop, Jerry. Yes, whoop, whoop is right. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah. A lot of folks over at Barry's have that certificate. Okay, good. Oh, okay, John, says Lynn. Having ground lamb and scrambled eggs. Yum. I just ordered from Butcher Box a whole bunch of ground lamb on sale, and I'm waiting for my shipment to come. April, I think I'm getting it. But I ordered, talk about sales. I ordered through Butcher Box. When they have these flash sales, a multitude, a freezer full of food, so that when I eat through my freezer with me and the dogs, we primarily eat most of the meat. Then Butcher Box comes and I fill it back up again. So good on you. Love lamb. Love it. Congratulations, John. Yes, congratulations, John and Lainey. How exciting, Lainey. Yay. So today, because I am home, I'll be able to go on all the chats again. I think Amy's having a little walk. My time at 4:15. Amy's doing a walk. I don't know if anybody's doing anything right now. I only have 4 viewers online with me now. Oops, I keep it contact. John is saying congratulations to you also, Lainey. Absolutely. And George is saying that I've just got back from doing the day job. So proud of Coach Lainey. She ripped through the course in 10 days. Fabulous. Fabulous. I'm so happy for her. And you too, George, because you graduated with me in the kilts first course. Yesterday was the first time trying any lamb. I also have some lamb chops I'm not sure how to cook. Cook them medium. Don't overcook them at all. I would say, this is just me now, George Laney, I defer to you as well. I like it at 130 temp, but that's me. With the thermometer, I just stick in the old cheap thermometer, stick it in, test my temp. John Hart Laney or Lynn is saying, I'm still here. I know you are. All of you amazing new health coaches. This is so exciting. So exciting. Something I wanted to talk about myself. I don't know. I always say to everybody that I want to do the nooner, but I can't post that on Facebook because it reads offensively. So you will see, I think I titled it capital N 00, capital N small ER, nooner, as in the 2 hands at 12 noon Central Standard Time. Ideally, that is to be the case. I don't think I'll be able to do that this entire week. Reason being is, yes, today's a sick day, but I'll have to more than likely work the next 4 days from 11 in the morning until 11 at night, 4 12-hour days. Is it going to kill me? No. When I was a realtor, I worked crazier, longer hours than that. John knows, being a trucker, crazy long hours than that. Logbooks. What is a logbook? Move on. So I will more than likely be doing a morning drive-in and communicate. I like this right now, what we're doing, because I'm able to interact with you. I don't have a lot of fumbles, or shall I say, squirrel moments. And I do mean that sometimes it's literally because a squirrel is going right past me or something, a deer maybe, or the drive homes. I like to do the drive homes. Barbara joins me in those to make sure I get home safely. You guys remember last week when I drove home in the blizzard? Yeah, that's right. So I do plan on doing a minimum of the 4 lives Saturday and Sunday. I want to still continue with the 12 noon one, though I don't know if we're going to be working on Saturday upcoming. And I might as well take advantage of it, right? Especially time and a half. With me being a loser slacker right now. Tammy's asking, do you bake or fry them? Neither. Air fry. I should say air fry. But Rick would probably deep fry them himself. So I put them in the air fryer. And there's the Spankster. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Good, Spanky. Good to see you. Brother, I've been feeling for you. I can just imagine you're packing and packing and packing. Do they have services there, as we do in the United States, where you hire people to help you move? And I know you're moving from your house a short distance to the new golf course, but I hope you're not going to hoof all the boxes and everything in vehicle yourself. I know you're a strong, willing, and able individual, but there just comes a time. Look at all this crazy packing you're doing. I feel for you, brother. I do, but take it easy on yourself, kiddo. Let's all say hello to Spanky. And John is saying here, the reason why Mark Sisson's group is more money, it's fully accredited and recognized by the insurance companies. There you have it. True on that one. Yep. Whereas Kiltz's is not. Now, I'm sure that Kiltz could be that way. I'm sure he could be. Is Dr. Barry's a fully accredited? If anybody knows that, let me know. I'm just out of curiosity. I don't need to know that, but just wondering. Next Saturday. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I can work it next. Oh, I think I can. I don't know. I know I have a manicure scheduled for next Saturday down in Eau Claire, which is down the road from my church. I took you guys past my church a couple weeks ago. So when I say it's down the road, I mean a proper city block from the salon to the church. So my logic is, do I have to work? I go to the job, get on the freeway, go to the salon, get my nails done, and then go to church doing my weekend obligation. You don't have to, but I like going to church. They shut down the church, as a matter of fact, because of the blizzard this weekend. No church then. I would go to church, and then depending on the time after church, get done 6-ish, go to Sam's Club, and then come back home with the week's supplies. Get the heavy cream. I probably need to go to Costco. They have a better heavy cream without the gummies and gummers or any of that shenanigans. And a whole bunch of milk. The husband's down to maybe half a gallon. Maybe he'll go out today and get milk from the Cenex gas station, because I'm not leaving the house. I'm not leaving. I refuse to leave. I'm not going anywhere. Hey, hi, Donna. Welcome, Donna. I saw a little bit of your video making, what were you making? Cream puffs. Just a little bit. Only saw that. Now, you used, what did you use? Guar gum? What emulsifier did you use in your mixture? Enlighten me. Again, I was just watching a little bit, and I saw it before I went on with Kelly Hogan's class today. So let us know. You could have them pack the boxes. I have 2 huge trucks coming and 4 movers. It's a moving company. Well, praise God for that. I am glad you don't have to do all of that stuff. Good on you. Good on you. Everybody say hello to Donna. Hello, Bacon and Spanky. Say hello to Donna Ray and the Spankster. Hi, everyone, says Spank. Hey, Terry Girl's here. Hi, Terry Girl. Good to see you. I love the 316 reference. Just came in time as I'm battling with a situation for my mom's house. I need to breathe. Thank you, Jerry. Just breathe. Just breathe. I have to learn as well to chill. I know full well. I say this all the time, you guys. I know that I know. And I have the faith that whatever's going to happen is in God's hands. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Do you think I knew it was going to be an icy situation trying to get the Denali up a little slight hill that I'd have to crawl on my hands and knees? I didn't know that, but God got me through it. What's tomorrow going to bring? I don't know. But with the assurance, and today really is John 3:16 day, March 16th. Today is also my niece's birthday, Nicole. Happy birthday, Nicole. I doubt if she's watching here, but today is John 3:16 day. And in John 3:16, it's clear, whoever calls upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. And I'm talking the big G. I'm not a God. I talked about that yesterday. I'm not Shirley MacLaine. You will not hear me screaming outside of my back porch, I am God. No, I am not God. I will live 2 lives, one on this earth and one in eternity. That's it. I'm not going to come back as a butterfly. So just breathe. Breathe. Cortisol levels. Trust me. I know you'll be okay. I know you will. Hi, Lynn, says Donna. Here we go. Terry. Oh, I'm sending positive vibes, says the Spankster. Everybody's saying hello now. Okay, Terry's asking here, is your snow as bad as Carrie's was? I saw that earlier. I have not left my house since Thursday. Thursday was the last day I was ever outside. Now I was outside, let the dogs out, etc. In the middle of the forest here. Jack's been doing the plowing. I think just from visually ascertaining, there's a lot of blowing up here. Tammy got 4 feet, Terry. Feet, not inches. I look visually ascertained that my snow in my little forest maybe 7 inches, but that's all I see. I didn't plow. Now, the blowing is very evident because all the sand from the beach, because I live on Lake Salisbury, like the Stake. Even though it's snow packed, I have got tons of sand on top of my snow right now. So it's like being in the desert with the snow and the wind just whipping around. My snow is covered. I'll take a picture of that and put that out on the Facebook later. So I have to watch that Carrie video. George talked about it, that he was wondering if Carrie was okay. I'm going to make Donna's cream puff chaffles. Yum. Yum. Oops. Thanks, Spanky. Just a bunch of red tape. Inconvenient, lame crap. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All I have to do is direct them. Good. Good on you, Spanky. Spanky the director. Take this box, move it over there. I'm sure you write on your boxes. Kitchen, living room, bathroom 1, bathroom 2. Hey, Barbara's here. Hey, hi Barbara, welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Hoppity. Barb's awake? Yep, yes she is. Yay, glad to have you. There we go. Donna's giving me the answer. Xanthan gum in the filling, just a 1/4 teaspoon. That's what I saw up to when you were adding. And then I had to go to do my Kelly Hogan class. So I will watch that in its entirety for you later. Donna Ray. Good morning, Barb, says Spanky. We're going to see Barbara right now it's 1:12 Central Standard Time, and I'll probably say goodnight to her at 1:12 a.m. or 1:11. Seems like I always fall asleep at 1:11. What is 1:11? 1:11 every year is the day that I stop my fast, aka my mother's birthday, January 11th. Been doing it for 15 years. Well, my mother would be, I think, 105. I think so. If she was living, she'd be 105 years old. Yes, George, the gang's all here. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. What the heck do we care? What the heck do we care? Hail, hail, the gang's all here. I have both guar gum and xanthan gum here. I had to check. Okay. Hi, George and Lainey. Hi from New Hampshire, Donna Bacon Runner, says Ricky. And Ricky saying hello also to Barbara. Okay, George, comment here. I'm cooking my corned beef right now. It should be ready in 2 hours. Smells good. I am also going to be guilty of soda bread, cabbage, carrots, and red potatoes. There you have it. I think it's a tradition. Everybody puts everything in the pot. So you are like what is going on in the majority of American households right now. I am Irish by injection. I'm getting used to that, especially now because I'm sitting down. John has just gifted me a $10 super chat. I see on the top of my screen. Let me go down to that quick. Thank you so much, John. Have a bulletproof coffee on me, Jerry. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have had, for the Kelly class, I've had my 12 ounces of coffee. And yes, sir, I will do that on you in your honor. I thank you ever so much, John, for the super chat. And I appreciate it as well. Let me get back to the chat. George is cooking. Barbara said that she started to go for her walk and she never made it off of the porch. Nope, too windy. I bet. That's what it sounds like. It sounded like that yesterday when you kept going in and out, Barbara, because of the wind. Everybody, hello to Terry. And Donna's saying to Ricky, Twin Brook Acres, I have spent a lot of time in the White Mountains, and I have ancestors from Eaton and also Rochester. Nice. Again, thank you to Mr. John Beatty. I appreciate your very kind gesture, sir. Very much. 7 inches, Jerry, or was it 9? LOL. I know. Says that's what she said. I say that all the time to Spanky. He's cracking up right now. Personal joke between Spanky and myself. Whenever we talk on the chats, we have our little hidden innuendos. John is saying, Barbara, I didn't bother with the walk either. Too afraid of a branch breaking down on the top of me. John, we had a 50-foot tree fall. I was in the house on Friday. I was in the house, still in bed, heard the tree crash. So when people say, if a tree crashes in the forest, does anybody hear it? I do. I did. I knew right then and there, I'm not going to work because the neighbor of our easement where we live, the neighbor, that was his tree, he should be cutting it up. So the 50-foot tree went kaboom, shook the house, woke me up. I heard it. Didn't go to work. Uh-oh, sick day. Oops, I hate when that happens. But on the way home that day, and Barbara knows this as well. On the way home the night before, I was talking about the trees, and I had that feeling about trees falling. So ESPN, Jerry, says Terry, that's insane weather you guys are having. I swear, spring starts Friday. Get your act together, Mother Nature. LOL. It's nice here at 70. Wow. Wow. Good for you. 70. Yes. I think we'll probably get that in a month. I'll be looking for someone to hike Mount Willard with me when all the snow is out. Wow. Donna, I give you tons of credit, friend. Tons of credit. John Beatty saying, hello to Grandma's Crochet Corner, Barbara. Hello, mate. That's right. We are not gods, but we are all kings and queens of the Most High God. God has a mansion for me up there in heaven. Preparing a mansion. That's what it says. That's the truth. I hold fast to that. I want to see that kitchen. If you know, you know. Donna, I will be there with you in spirit as she climbs the mountain. Let me know what you think of the cream puffs, Lynn. Oh, I'm sure she will. We see each other all the time. We're such good friends. It's like going into a different party. We'll go to Barbara's house and Barbara's little house party. Then you guys come and have lunch with me at my party. Later this afternoon, we're going to take a stroll with Amy. She's done the video already. Pardon me. She's done the video already, so we'll be able to chat with her. I think they call it a preview, a premiere. So it will be on YouTube my time, 4:15 Central Standard Time, East Coast 3:15. That would be 3:15 for Barbara, and 1:15, I think, I think. Yeah, for California. For Terry Girl. Will do, Donna Ray. Thanks. Maybe I'll do a short video from the submit. Donna, did you get StreamYard? I know I was trying to tell you and talk you through getting it on cell phone, but I don't know what your cell phone is. Are you an Apple cell phone or are you an Android like me? They're different. So that's why I ask, because the cheap StreamYard that I just got, I'm able to do those little shorts. As you guys know, you've seen the little shorts that I've put out lately. I'm able to do that. Unless you edit your own. Well, in that case, I know you use your own software. I do no edits. I love lives. Love lives. Terry Girl is saying, I'm not going to lie. I'm sure there will be cabbage, poop gas, but I will suffer it for the flavor of a family tradition. There we go. Again, Jack does not, believe it or not, his tradition, it's his family, it's in his gene pool, Irish. He will not eat corned beef, but he will have sugar frosted corn flakes. Make it make sense. Corned beef, corn flakes. I should put that in as a short. Oh, we did that already. Darn Weston telling secrets again. I get it, Tammy. Donna's saying to Ricky, Twin Brook Acres, my dad did the NH New Hampshire 4,000 footers twice. Once with my son, who finished them the summer before he went into the 8th grade. Wow. You have fabulous genes, Donna Ray, for sure. Terry saying, Barbara scared the crap out of me yesterday on her windy walk, equivalent to Jerry on her way home drives. Always a white knuckler. I'm behind the 8 ball. I'm off today. I have no excuse why I can't do ketchup. Not mustard, but ketchup. Nice, Donna. Nice. My dad also did the New England. What am I saying? Northeast. New England 4,000 footers. My other son did the New Hampshire 4,000s, finishing in his 20s. Wow, your family, so dynamic. I can barely get the husband out of the recliner. Just saying. I'm not sure about kings and queens, more like brothers and sisters. I probably don't have enough time to do all 48, Donna. I climbed Mount Washington, says Donna, twice. Once when I was a teenager, and the other time in my 20s about 100 years ago. Stop it. Stop it. I haven't done them either, but I've done quite a few of them. Terry says, I watched 3 episodes of The Madison last night, so I didn't hang at Barb's. It's a good show on Paramount Plus. Yes, that's what I said yesterday in my video. You guys are going to have to see. Well, for me, I think I saw 4. Well, I saw the trailer and then the 3 episodes. So good on Paramount. I think guys would like it. I do. More along the lines of a chick flick kind of sort of series, but guys would like it too. Spanky would like it. Spanky would like it with the girls fighting in the kitchen. Just saying, not giving away the plot. It's a good series. I would consider it a victory if I hiked one, Donna. Wow. I wonder where you were, Terry. Yeah, we were. She was watching the Paramount Plus movies. Lainey, I think you would like that movie too, called The Madison on Paramount Plus. Terry, what's it about? Spanky, do you not watch my lives? I talked about it, but I didn't give the plot away. It's about the Madison, New York family. New York family, New York wife, city family, husband likes to be a fly fisherman in Montana. Fill in the blanks. It's a family. Just saying. It's good, wholesome television. They talk about eating real food, not just crud food. And they talk about it in the show. As a matter of fact, Taylor Sheridan is the executive producer. And we all know Taylor Sheridan does excellent shows on Paramount, CBS Network, etc. It's good. I don't know if Terry's going to do a spoiler, but we'll see. I don't have StreamYard, Apple phone. My question now is how to start a live once I have put out a notification. Oh, and because I have an Android and not an Apple, I don't know the answer to that. Maybe Barbara would, because Barbara takes her phone with her in her walks. So I say, let's ask Barbara that question. Barbara, Donna's question is how to start a live once she has put out a notification. That's the question. Well, guys, I'm going to nap for a bit. I'm super sleepy. Good night, Tammy. Have a good nap. Meat dreams to you. Really? Twin Brook Acres? Don't wait until you are in shape. Start as soon as conditions will allow and get into shape that way. Spoken by a woman in authority. She knows. Spanky's saying too, have a good nap, Tammy. Okay, here we go. Terry's going with it. Let's see. Basically, a wife and mother loses her husband. Oh, no. There we go. Spoiler alert. It's over. And the story entails. It's good. Kurt Russell and Michelle Pfeiffer star in it, and raising teenagers. Hard to say much without a spoiler. Exactly. It is good. Good indeed. It's good, though, to me anyways, as it is to me too, Terry. I agree. Sleep well, Tammy. I was just afraid to give the plot away myself. I was. Hi, Barb. Glad you decided no walk today. Surely. Have you seen Barbara in her chair? Now, wing chair. Okay, the smaller wing chair. This is what I inherited from my parents. I don't know. Maybe these chairs are 50 years old. Never had them reupholstered, etc. Old chairs. Barbara's chair. Barbara is starting to look like Lily Tomlin playing Edith Ann in her chair. Barbara is withering away. She will need a smaller chair. Just saying. Barbara's chair is huge. Barbara is small. Just saying. And the video that Barbara put out, you see Barbara and you're like, who is that woman? I know what her face looks like, but that doesn't look like Barbara. We always see Barbara from the waist up. If you know, you know. Terry, I may have to check it out. You know it. You should. It's only got 3 episodes so far. It's good. My husband is watching it. Excellent. I like chick flicks also. Good. Yeah, Donna. I'll be sure to have the proper gear too. I won't be one of those people. I think you're talking to me, Ricky, because I was one of those people when I didn't have spikes in my vehicle to spike and walk up my ice mountain. I was one of those people. I have spikes in my Denali right now as we speak. I have to readjust myself. Talk amongst yourselves as I readjust. Sitting for an hour and a half in one position. Not cool. Okay. I'm going to have to watch Madison. Now, you will, Lainey, you will enjoy it. You will like it. Yes, it's good. The way the city kids didn't want to eat elk. You guys need to watch it. The kitchen scenes, right? And it's true. It's survival of the fittest. I will, Terry, once I move into the new place. I think you'll like it, Spankster. Gonna have a kick-ass man cave in the new place. Well, don't you have one right now where we see you? With you and Winston together? And Terry's saying, too, Donna Ray, whenever I actually manage to post something, I seriously never know how I did it. I don't do it enough to get the hang out of it. LOL. LOL. I think I'm known for being laid back and real. It's part of your charm. Absolutely. That's why I like these lives. I don't like to do the pretentious, oh, let's put some makeup on and fix my hair. No rollers last night. What you guys saw yesterday was the fresh showered look with product in the hair. This is wake up in the morning hair. Not being rollered, not being set at all. LOL at Edith Ann. True. Too funny. Right. Yes, Ricky, have the right gear. Anything can happen in the mountains. No doubt. Nice, Spanky. Just for you, or is it for poker games? Spanky saying, Donna, just for me. 100-inch TV. 100 inches? Okay. That Spanky. Nope, I can't chat about that right now. Speakers everywhere. You're going to go deaf. Spanky, 100 inches. Holy smoke, said Donna. Wow. This was a fun hour and a half. Again, this was great. I enjoyed this because I like to read the chat. I like to interact with everybody. Don't get me wrong. I like to do the quick drive and tell you what's going on in my life. But you'll have to catch those this upcoming week. And I'm thinking more than likely my hours will be, I have to be there and start punching, if you will, from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. So the drive home from works will be definite. Can't tell you if it's going to be a blizzard or not. Don't know. The drives going to will usually primarily be whatever happened to me the night before. What did I eat? What did the dogs eat? I have got a lot of catch up to do. I've got to catch up on Barbara's video where she was almost blown away. I've got to watch Carrie's video, which nobody seems to know yet what happened to Carrie from the video that got abruptly cut off. Mitch's video, do I dare see kilts? No, we're talking about vegetables. I don't want to waste that 1 hour of my precious life. If you know, you know, right? Lainey is saying, Spanky, my friend's husband has a man cave with a huge TV and camp. Awesome. Live, Jerry. Well, thanks, Spanky. I'm glad that you made it. Everybody be safe and be well. Smile and be good to yourself and others. Cheers. Spanky, I used to say that all the time. Cheers. And now I say toodles. And Cindy's got the one that got me off of the cheers. She liked the toodles. Toodles, bye, toodles. I will more than likely be listening to you guys from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. unless I'm in the middle of the plant, whereas I don't necessarily know if I can hear in the middle of the plant. Steel building. It's very difficult in the steel building. Donna's waving. Goodbye, everybody. Toodaloo. I love it. Toodaloo. Bye, Spanky. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you very much to John for the super chat. That was super of you, John. Unexpected. I'm very grateful. Please definitely have a wonderful John 3:16 day. And Donna's saying, I'll go live soon. Soon as in soon? Today soon? Or soon meaning soon in the future? Inquiring minds want to know. Spanky's doing the big wave, the big pink wave. 3 fingers. Not today. Okay, good. I was waiting for your reply before I cut out. So, again, in closing, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Check out my Facebook page to see the scoop on Rebecca Heichman. More than likely, she has her baby by now. Well, according to her, she said that in the video she was still pregnant. But check out her page. If you're so inclined to subscribe to her Substack, it's $5 a month to go to the Substack. If you're inclined to do that, if John's son is so inclined to help me with Discord, John, I'd be willing to pay him to have him talk to an old lady on the phone and take me through Discord and tell me how to use it because, well, I would be a bloody idiot. Toodle pip. Goodbye, everybody, says Lady. Have a great day, all. Bye, all, says Ricky and Lynn. John. Bye, Bacon Runner. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll ask him. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. See you in the streams today. See you later. Streaming down the river. Next stream after Ketchup is going to be Amy. Toodles.